Feeling sprightly. That's right, it's Jack Tidball here, host of the Tidbits Pod, if that wasn't already abundantly clear. But yeah, I'm going to keep this intro brief because, as you've already clocked, this episode is a long one. So, I was reading about some big artists. Obviously, like Prince is the one about like falling out with his label, and Kesha and all these big artists. But it's such a game of you've got your art and you want people to hear it, but then at the same time the labels want your art and they want to give you the smallest piece of the pie that you're going to be happy with.
Exactly, bro. Like, I truly believe that record labels are gonna be obsolete within the next 1 or 2 decades. Like, I genuinely believe that because, like, for every fucking artist just starting out or whatever, this is like some gems, like probably some gems gonna be in there. What I'm saying. Um, so basically, the new radio is playlisting, right?
Yeah.
So that even a label, they can get like, all right, so let's say there's a big fucking hip hop artist, he's signed to a major label, but all that major label can do is ask Spotify and be like, we got this artist with that song. Do you put it in Rapcavia? They can get told no. Probably done it because 20,000 people, 20,000 euros, like, why not? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the same time, I'm thinking like, if they're willing to offer me $20,000, it means that to them right now it's worth about $100,000
Yeah. Yeah,
because they
they
know
already
they
know.
can recoup that money. So I was actually like, hell nah, I felt hella honored that these type of offers are rolling in and shit, but hell nah.
Yeah, no,
Hell
this
no.
is it. And it's just such a tightrope between getting your stuff out there, because obviously with their sort of clout and the money they have and everything behind and their name, they can be like, look, here it is, you'll have a little spark of it. But then
Yeah.
all they're essentially making you at that point is they're just making you like you're not an artist at that stage. You're just a face for the marketing or whatever. Like, we've got the
Yeah.
product and you've got to do a song
Yeah.
and dance about it, but you've already
Yeah.
got your money. Like, I don't know, it's so hard.
Yeah. So the thing is, basically in one sentence, record labels make you famous while you make them rich.
Mm,
You
but
know what I
then,
mean?
yeah,
Like, let's say I was approached by like by a major label and they'd be fucking wanting to building me up. They got this whole machinery that's been proven over time and shit. Even though the reason I'm saying is that they're gonna be obsolete within the next 1 or 2 decades is because anything they do, you can do. You know what I mean?
mm,
Like, if not on that bigger scale, then you can do it if you got the funds later on. So basically, you don't need them, and you don't need to. Like, bro, just picture this, right? If I would have signed to a label, I wouldn't be able to be like, all right, I'm gonna release 20 singles next year. This is the day where I'm gonna drop my album. This is what I'm gonna drop, to promote it, or like, have these singers come out this and that way. You also sign away your creative control. So why would you do that? Because you
yeah,
could be done with the album. They pay me in advance, right? They pay me in advance. I create an album, and they just don't put it out, which they are allowed to do because then you're just sitting on the shelf. Then you're one of these artists that are signed to like a fucking major label, but for 3 years nothing's gonna be put out because they actually decide when something's gonna drop and what's gonna drop and all that type of shit.
yeah, and that's going to risk the quality of the album as well. Like, so for example, they could go the other way. They might not put you on the shelf. They might go, actually, we've got hype here, I want another album next month, and you might not be ready for it or whatever. So
Exactly,
if
exactly.
anything, they'll put unnecessary pressure, or they'll just fuck the whole thing. Like, the thing. I mean, so half the game just sounds
So
like a
there,
business
that's well, basically that's another way to look at it too.
stuff.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good fucking metaphor. That's a good metaphor. There's just so much shit in general that it feels good to talk about all that too.
Mm,
Like, for sure. It just feels good to because I'm reflecting my own story and my own past and my own journey with it as I'm speaking to you. At the same time, um, I'm talking to you, so I'm talking to somebody familiar and shit. So it's different than people trying to interview. Some songs in general is harder than writing some other songs. Like, as I was saying, sometimes I just pick up the pen But that's what I trained myself to do as well, because I know that when I got something, it doesn't matter how long it takes. It doesn't matter where I'm at. Like, my mom could be trying to call me for like 10 times. I wouldn't fucking pick up, because I know that as soon as I accept any other vibe, no matter where it comes from, it's going to mess up my vibe, and I'm in the zone right now. So now what I try to do is I just do it. I always finish at least the first draft. When I know I got something because it's kind of writing itself and it's coming out of a spot of pure inspiration, I just force myself sometimes to not do anything at all until the fucking first draft or the final, or like just the lyrics are completely done. There is obviously songs that write themselves easier than others. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I want to be in the room whilst you're doing this, man. Like the concept of a song writing itself to me, just that it doesn't even. I mean,
Well,
like I just sat back, I put my hands behind my head, and what do you know? 5 or 6 songs just wrote themselves. I was just like, you're a lucky man to have that. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. So you say it's da 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 and da 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 da. Is that a secret for now? Then I assume so. You're teasing that the new
well,
name.
how much time we actually are doing this shit? Let me know how much time we're actually doing this.
Well, this now
Do you have any clue?
we've been speaking now for an hour and a half.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. All right. All right. All right. Just because, all right, whoever is listening to this shit right now and you just been putting through to all of it because it was interesting, whatever it was, I actually want to give you a little something to uh to make it pay off for you. And I'm gonna drop the album title. Basically, I just want to tell it to you, bro.
Oh, yeah.
the,
Oh yeah.
the album title is gonna be